Orange, you glad it's finally here? Ha! Why is this man smiling? Well, it's Tennessee, Florida. Swamp Week. It's less than a football game and more of a seismic clash of giant tangerines. The Gators may snap, but the Vols have a knack for lighting up the scoreboard like a Knoxville sunset. So grab your Gator repellent, your rocking chair, because this weekend it's going to be less Rocky Top and more Rock the Swamp.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out, his own basement. The world according to Rocket.
Hey now, it is I, Rocket Man. Hey, what's up? Appreciate you being here. It is Tuesday of Florida week. We have Florida coming up down in Gainesville. I don't need to tell you that, right? But what I don't need to tell you either, it's football time in Tennessee. Now, if you've been listening to the show, if you listened to the live last night, which I would recommend that you watch the live last night. It was pretty spirited, a lot of fun, a lot of people. It was great. I love the people who respond on this challenge. And I'll put up in a card up there, right up there, a link to go listen to that, watch that live. It's fun. It is football time in Tennessee. I first of all have to apologize for my televangelist hair today. Yesterday, my hair looked like a homeless guy. And today, it looks like a homeless televangelist guy. I have no idea what happened. I've been moving the past couple of days. You know, I haven't showered, hadn't washed my hair, and I look like hell. And so apparently today, when I got out of the shower, I just kind of, just combed it straight back and evidently it just went into televangelist mode. So if any of you have a crush and I have disappointed you today in my countenance, I apologize. Hey, do me a favor. Hi-yo. Slap that like button like it was your landlord who wouldn't fix the air conditioning. There you go. That works. And a subscribe would be good too. All right, I got numbers for you. And, people, the past 24 hours, I've been getting some mixed reaction about my comments about Joe and the football team and the whole QBR thing. A lot of people say, it's just a statistic. It doesn't mean anything. Well, that's not correct. It is a statistic, but it does mean something in terms of looking forward and going, hey, we need to look at that. Is that a beginning of the trend? Is it a one-off? Is it a what? Right? So that's what I'm going to do here. First of all is kind of, before I show you the numbers, and I'll give you a hint. You're going to like them. Anyway, I'm going to go, where am I going? I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here and we're going to show you some of these. So, this is from yesterday's video, right? From Dennis Atnip, I guess. Don't get stupid. Here, look at the drop perfectly thrown ball in the first game. Shit happens. Vols have a dang good football team. Nobody said they didn't. Watch the swamp drain. Hooker is gone. We've got an above average team. Let's get behind them. Go Vols. Okay, well, I can agree with most of that. I don't think you need to call me stupid because I'm looking at some valuable information. I have done some really stupid things in my life recently. But looking at the QBR and trying to make some sense out of it is not one of them. Tyler Phelps says the first two teams were dropping safeties back on us, forcing us to run the ball. Correct. If 3 or 4 of these drops were catches, his QBR would be way better. The offense as a whole doesn't look great. Yes, and the QBR thing, 3 or 4 catches would have improved his QBR, but it wouldn't have improved them dramatically because most of those things happened against Austin Peasley Weasley, right? So a lot of it, that's why it's important, because the competition and the circumstance and the context is baked into the number, right? It's not just, he completed 8 out of 10 passes, 18 out of 20. Yeah, that's great, but what was the circumstance under which he did that? That's why the QBR is pretty fascinating. Brian Elam, it hasn't begun yet. Relaxed. Relax, I'm as cool as a cucumber. I am. I'm chill. I am copacetic. I can't even begin to know what the name of that one is right there. The signs are troublesome, yes, but I remain optimistic because Coach Hype is all in on Joe. The man, Coach Hype, won a national title playing quarterback. I trust his judgment. And if he didn't believe Joe has what it takes, he would not be playing. You know what? 100% I agree with that. That's an excellent take. Let's look at the numbers. Let's just look at the numbers, okay? That's what you came here for. That's all you ever use me for. My numbers, the big boss, daddy, college, football, computer is a monster. He is. All right, so let me just get this a little wider here. Please and thank you. Okay, I'm going to show you what I do and how I evaluate football games. So we got Tennessee and Florida, right? I look at the QBR. The QBR, we have a definite advantage, 50.9 to 40 in the QBR. Advantage Tennessee. Then I look at the QBR versus their defensive efficiency. We don't beat them there. Okay, see that? 51 really, 15.9 versus 61%, 65% efficiency for their defense. Then I look at their QBR versus our defense. And that is a total mismatch. This guy's not going to do a whole lot against our defense. He's just not. Okay. Then I look at, so again, this may be a push because we don't beat them there with the QBR versus the defense, and they don't beat us in the same way. So that may be a push, but with just a little bit less of an advantage for Florida. All right. Then I look at our offense in general versus their defense. It's kind of the same. Then I look at their offense in general, and it's kind of the same. All right. Points per game, 39.5 versus 30. And the points per play metric is 0.570. 69 plays, 69.5 for Tennessee, 52.5 for Florida. And it spits out a number like 39 to 29. All right, that's not a touchdown field goal kind of number. It's just a mathematical number, a mathematical equation, if you will. The sum of all of this stuff, right? And we can do with it what we like. So what does that look like in terms of a score, right? You can figure that out yourself. I mean, you can put your own subjective eyeballs on it and mold it into what you want it to be. The line is Tennessee -7. Okay. The over and under is 59. Now, I separate the special teams for this reason, because the special teams, they put all these numbers together and then come up with a number. I don't like to do that. I like to separate the special teams so that I can give it my own weight, right? So I don't like the way they weight it. I like to weight it myself. So we have a distinct advantage here in the special teams. As bad as we have been they have been worse. Look at that, 124th in special teams. So look for them. Now, of course, they could clean that up and make a liar out of me. But look for them to, on special teams, bad kicks, bad fumbles, that sort of thing. We got an advantage, not a huge advantage, but yet an advantage, right? I like that going in. So I'm not ready yet to put a number on this. I'm going to do some more research, and I will have a final number of my opinion on Friday. But this is good news for Vols fans. I don't think this quarterback is going to do well against our defense. And I think Joe has a better opportunity to do well against their defense rather than Mertz, their quarterback. Okay? And the other numbers are either a push or in our favor. You follow? So I think that's very encouraging. And I also just kind of want to say to people who said, oh, you're jumping ship on Joe. You shouldn't. Oh, look, my hair is back to normal. Not a televangelist anymore. Put your hands on the speaker. I used to do a thing in radio where I would heal people through the speaker. Put your hands on the speaker and spit out the devil. Just spit him out right there on the floor. Got a lot of trouble for doing that in the South. Anyway, so I got in some trouble for some of, no, I didn't get any trouble. People get their panties in the wad over the smallest little thing. Oh, you're questioning Joe. Yeah, let me tell you something. I've been on the planet a long effing time. And there's one thing that I know for sure is that you should question everything, even Joe. All right? And particularly when you get a little, a little hint that, well, maybe we need to look at this. Why is this? Right? Doesn't mean I doesn't love Joe. I'm crazy about Joe. I might even date Joe. If I went that way, I don't go that way, but Joe's a awesome dude, man. But we have to quit being infatuated with Joe and look at the production on the field. And fortunately, this weekend will put that to bed. That's the cool thing, right? We will know this weekend. And I hope he goes in there, and I hope he rates 95 on the QBR. That's what I hope. And I believe that's possible. But don't call me stupid because I'm looking at the hard facts. That makes you kind of stupid. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for the super thanks and the super chats. George Kemp, thank you for the super thanks from yesterday's show. And Crawdad Watson on the tackle, thank you for the super thanks last night, the super chat, and I appreciate y'all. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun watching this game this weekend. I really do believe it because, man, holy crackers. This is an impassioned group of people on both sides. Now, watch his bucket, the Billy Hillbilly, whatever his name is. What is the nickname for him? That's just hysterical. Billy Hillbilly or something, or Redneck Billy or Billy Redneck or something. I don't know. Anyway, he put out a plea to the Florida fans. Whatever you do, you have to come dressed in blue. Yeah, duh. Because if you don't, it'll look like more Tennessee fans are there. Because they will be there. I don't know how many tickets are available, but they will be there, and it will be a spirited game. As always, leave your comments down below. I want to hear from you. I respond to every comment, and I will see you in the next video. Go Big Orange.